Hi, my name is Cameron Faulkner, and the film that I chose for my video as the most innovative film, in my opinion, is The Wizard of Oz. I really like this film. I think a lot of people do as well. It's very well known, and it's not common for someone to not have seen this movie. Whether you like it or not, it's actually considered to be the most watched film in history. And it was released in August of 1939. During this time, TVs weren't as popular, and especially color TVs with color was not very popular. The TV came out in 1929, and color TVs weren't popular until the 40s or 50s. So the fact that The Wizard of Oz came out in 1939 and the fact that it was in color really set the standard for films to follow. And so The Wizard of Oz is considered to be revolutionary because of its use of Technicolor. And when you watch The Wizard of Oz, if you watch the older version, I think Disney actually came out with a newer version, but if you watch it in the older one, or if you just even look at the pictures online of it, you can just kind of see how it glows. Like, you can just see that it's just sparkling. Like, the colors are just so bright. And so for this was a big thing because not many people had color TVs. And actually, my parents are a lot older than most people's parents, so The Wizard of Oz was actually the first movie in color that my parents had seen. And so my mom went down to a neighbor's house because they had a colored TV, and it was so cool, and that was the movie that they all watched together. And so it was a huge thing because The Wizard of Oz, it begins in black and white, and then once Dorothy and Toto get to the land of Oz, it begins in color. And that was a huge thing. Like, I think there was another movie that had been in color, but it was a different thing because The Wizard of Oz went from black and white and jumped into color, which was like crazy. It was huge. And so now that this film is in color now, and there's another film that was in color, it kind of set this as color was the new normal. And so color TVs started becoming more popular, and people really admired this, and they wanted to follow that. And it's had an incredible use of technology, cinematography, and special effects. And what also stood out to me and a lot of other people was that The Wizard of Oz had different types of roles. During this time, men were still in charge of everything. They were, women didn't really have a voice still during this time. So it was also a huge thing that the main characters in The Wizard of Oz were women. Like Dorothy and Glinda, the Nice Witch, and then the Wicked Witch. There wasn't that many men. Well, the men were the animals, but the main heroic characters were women, and that really also set it really made such a huge impact. And just overall, The Wizard of Oz, it still continues to be one of the most amazing films. And even after it was released, my mom said that they actually showed it once a year, every year after that, and it was just one of the most amazing films of all time.